Imagine waking up one morning and realizing something is horribly wrong with the sky. The sun, that warm glowing ball we have trusted every day of our lives with, is missing. Not gone completely, but smothered. The air feels colder, sharper, and there is heavy grey shadow hanging above you like the lid of a coffin. Days pass and the darkness doesn't lift. Crops begin to fail, animals starve, soon people will too. This isn't science fiction, this is terrifying reality scientists call nuclear winter. The ultimate nightmare where fire brings not light but endless cold. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad that you're here with me today because today we are diving into one of the most chilling and mysterious threats humanity has ever faced. You have probably heard of nuclear war, the blinding flash, the mushroom cloud, the destruction. But what if I told you the explosion isn't the end of the story? What if I told you the real killer comes afterwards, in silence, in cold, and in hunger? Today, we will uncover the truth about nuclear winter, how it works, what history has already taught us, who might survive, and whether humanity could ever recover from it or not. And trust me, by the end of this video, you won't just understand nuclear war differently, you will feel its terrifying weight in a way you have never imagined before. So stick with me, because what you are about to hear may change the way you think about the future of our planet. Imagine standing on the edge of a burning city. A nuclear weapon just has detonated. The world is unrecognizable. A blinding flash lights up the sky hotter than the surface of the sun. Buildings collapse, people vanish into the fireball, and shockwaves tear through everything that left standing. But the destruction doesn't end here. Fire rages across the city, feeding on oxygen, turning glass, metal, and wood into fuel. The heat is so intense, it pulls in hurricane forces wind, creating a firestorm that grows bigger and bigger until it feels like the city itself has become a sun. Now, here's the twist. All that smoke, ash, and soot doesn't stay on the ground. It rises higher and higher. It climbs to the atmosphere, past the cloud, past the rain, into the stratosphere. A place where Earth's natural cleaning system can't touch it. Once it's up there, it stays there. The world is literally covered by a thick, black wheel of smoke. And with that wheel, sunlight doesn't come to the surface of the earth, and sunlight begins to die. The real danger of nuclear war isn't the firestorm that destroys cities, it's the smoke that rises above them. Smoke powerful enough to turn days into night and summer into endless winter. So, how does fire lead to freezing cold? Let's break it down. The soot particles from the burning cities are millions of tiny black mirrors. Except they don't reflect light, they absorb it. Every time light tries to reach the earth, those particles swallows it. That means less light makes into the ground, less heat warms the soil, and less energy feeds the crops that keeps us alive. This isn't the first time Earth has faced something like this. In 1815, the eruption from Mount Tambora in Indonesia sent volcanic ashes into the sky. The following year was called the year without a summer. Crops failed across Europe and North America. Famine spread, and that was just from the volcanic eruption. Now imagine the smoke of hundreds, maybe thousands of cities burning together at once. Scientists estimate that even a limited nuclear war between India and Pakistan could send up enough soot to drop the global temperature by several degrees. Farms in USA, China, and Europe could see harvest collapse. And if the USA and Russia unleash their full arsenal, we could be looking at the kind of cold that hasn't been seen since the last ice age. We fear bomb for its flash, but it's the shadows that follows, shadows that blocks the sun itself, that might end humanity once and for all. Now let's imagine the first year of nuclear winter. At first, people cling to hope. Maybe it's temporary, maybe the sun will break through tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes. The grey skies persist, the cold deepens, and the growing season vanish. Fields once filled with golden wheat and bright green rice paddies now sit barren, frozen and dead. The world depends on few crops like rice, corn and wheat. They are in luxuries, they are survival. Just remove them and the humanity collapses for a fast and first. Without harvest, global food storage are empty in months. Nations with reserves hold out longer, but famine doesn't care about borders. What happened when billions of people are hungry? Stories give us an answer. During famine, people riot, government collapse, and society turn violent. Crime spikes, wars break out over dwelling resources. Families make impossible choices, and hunger doesn't kill quickly. It stretches out, draining strength and hope day by day, killing you slowly. Nuclear weapon might kill millions in an instant, but famine could kill billions slowly. Not with fire, not with explosion, but with empty plates. You might be thinking, this all sounds terrifying, but it's hypothetical, right? The scary truth is, we have already come dangerously close. In October 1962, during the Cuban Missile Crisis, the US and Soviet Union stood on the edge of nuclear war. Missiles were armed, planes were loaded, and one wrong decision could have ended the world as we know it. For 13 days, humanity held its breath. But that wasn't the only time. In 1983, Soviet officer sat in front of a computer screen when alarm went off. The system said US missiles were incoming. Protocol demanded he launch a counterattack, nuclear for nuclear, but something didn't feel right. He hesitated. He chose not to press the button. Later it was revealed that the system had glitched. His decision saved billions of lives. The only reason we're alive today is because of few moments of hesitation, few lucky breaks, but how long can humanity keep rolling the dice? Here's a question I know you have been wondering. If nuclear winter happens, who will survive? Scientists suggest the northern hemisphere, where nuclear weapons are stored and most farmland exists, would face the worst devastation. The USA, Russia, China, Europe, this region would be unlivable. But far away in the southern hemisphere, things might look different. Countries like New Zealand, Australia, Argentina might escape the worst of the freezing temperature. Their smaller population and reliance on livestock could give them an advantage. Some experts even call New Zealand the lifeboat of humanity. But here's the problem. Survival doesn't depend on geography. Imagine billions of people trying to enter your country and desperately fleeing from famine zones. Nations that remain stable could face mass migration, conflict, and invasion. Would those lifeboat countries be able to stay afloat? Survival isn't about where you are on the map. It is about whether your country can defend itself from billions of starving people. Numbers in science can only tell us so much. To really understand nuclear winter, we have to imagine what it would feel to live it through. Picture this, it's day 100 of nuclear winter. You haven't seen the sun in months. The air is freezing, even though it should be summer. The local store shelf is empty. The government ration ran out weeks ago. Your neighbor who used to be a friend is now your enemy. You hear cries in the distance, sometimes fight, and sometimes even worse. Civilization doesn't collapse all at once. It erodes, pieces by pieces, until the world we know is gone. The end of the world won't look like explosion. It will look like silence, hunger, and fear carved in every human face. So, is this the inevitable future of humanity? Necessarily. Nuclear war is preventable, but only if we recognize the stakes, treaties, diplomacy, disarmament. These aren't just political games, they are survival strategies. Reducing nuclear weapons reduces the chance of smoke filling our skies. Education and awareness matters too, because the more people understand the real cost of nuclear war, the harder it becomes for leaders to gamble with it. And it's not just about government, it's about us, ordinary people, citizens of the world. By speaking up, by demanding peace, by supporting organizations that fight against proliferations, we are not just dreaming a better world, we are protecting one. The real question isn't whether nuclear winter is possible or not, it's whether humanity will wake up in time to stop it or not. So, I'll leave you with the question, if nuclear winter happens, do you think humanity could survive? Would we rebuild stronger and wiser? Or would we vanish, leaving behind only ruins and silence? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And while you're there, tell me, what do you want us to explore next? Should we dive into asteroid impacts, the mysteries of artificial intelligence, or maybe what would happen if Earth stopped spinning? If you found this video eye-opening, don't forget to like it, share it with your friends, and of course subscribe to the channel, because here we don't just ask questions, we uncover the hidden truth that could shape our future. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and remember, knowledge isn't just the power, it's survival.